What is going on, YouTube faithful? It's Captain Crush. We're back. Monday, Motivation Monday, question mark. Yesterday was a superb day for me and a few other ones that went along with your boy here. It's not always going to be rough seas. It's not always going to be rough sailing. So those of you that keep the faith, you guys are the real heroes. Today's video, I'm trying to get it out early, so I'm going to be doing everything live in real time for the most part. I don't really have like a set notepad or anything else that I want to talk about. I'm just going to do it all live. Now, like the thumbnail suggests, PrizePicks and Underdog are back in the biggest market, one of the biggest markets, I should say, Florida, my hometown. So if you are a Florida boy, you can use PrizePicks as of today. They had the best corporate lawyers I can imagine, I'm assuming. Same thing with Underdog. They're now within the realm of the law and they can play and you can play. So now you can feel free to donate your coin to PrizePicks. You get Hard Rock, you get Parlay Play, you get PrizePicks Underdog. You got a suite of options and now you're in a better place than you ever were. So just like Captain Crush said, don't panic. There was no way they were going to leave that market and just say, oh well, government, we're just gonna pack up and go home. No chance. You guys in Florida, there's too many of you. So welcome back, and I will have a discount promo for you Florida boys to celebrate the return of you Floridians getting in the mix, because I'm a hometown Florida boy myself. So without further ado, let's discuss the 3 playoff games we got coming up. The first guy that I want to talk about is Mr. Banchero, Paolo Banchero. Yo, Paolo, what's going on, baby? Cap, that ain't how you say his name, bro. It's Paolo Banchero. Yeah, dude, I know. I understand. I get it. Trust me. I know how to spell. I know how to speak. But I got to keep it a buck for those that don't. Look at the matchup. Small forwards, 25 and 30. You matchup kings. You should be salivating. Well, before you Cap, he's not really a 3. He's kind of more like a 4. Yeah, I understand. I get all that, fella. But what I tell you this, I got Banchero at 29.5 points, rebounds about 30 minutes ago, and I knew it. I smelled it, that they were going to bump him up to 30.5. So if they bumped him up on PrizePicks, well, Cap, why are you talking about him? Because there's more than one book, PrizePicks. But you can still go on PrizePicks and take that bump if you want. I'm not going to tell you to do that. I will take his alternate lines. I will show you my parlay play slip, my chalkboard slip, and maybe even an underdog slip. By the end of this video, you'll have to stay tuned. But why am I even talking about this man? I don't think he's all that great. I'm not in love with any of it, but I will tell you this. I've been watching these playoff games just like I do every game. If you don't watch basketball, you should. And the fact of the matter is this. He's playing big minutes, okay? There's no one else in the rotation. They're poverty 10-man playoff rotation. If you're in the playoffs and you're running a 10-man rotation, you're going to lose games. I'm just telling you, that's just how it is. Unless your guys are in foul trouble, you shouldn't be doing that. But anyways, he is immune from that. He played 41 minutes last game. 41 minutes, y'all. That is basically the entire game. And they're already down a game, so when anyone's going to play 41 minutes, you have to target him. So that was the best thing that I could come up with, was 29.5 points, rebounds. He's getting 13 rebound chances a game on average. He had 18 on 420 in that Cleveland game, and that's with those 2 big bodies, Allen and Mobley, in the way, and he still had 18 chances. The man grabs rebounds, okay? And he's hustling, and for that reason, you got to consider him. Now, I'm not going near his fantasy score. He had like 7 or 9 turnovers last time, but his points and his rebounds, I took the combo, but maybe you could even look at his rebounds alone. I'm not sure what the line is. What is it? 7.5? Yeah, 7.5's a little bit too high, but look at this. He had 18 rebound chances, so it's actually not that high if you look at it, but his average is 13, so what are you gonna do? And now his points over here, his points is 22.5, but again, 41 minutes. He took 17 shots, okay? Not that many, but he is in the mix. So I just wanted to talk about Banchero because you can get his points, rebounds on chalkboard, and I believe sleeper still at 29.5, and that, my good soldier, is where you go take it. So if we type in Banchero over here on PrizePicks, because that's where we are, you could take his gobby, because it is Earth Day and they're doing gobbies. You could do either one of these if you're starving for a gobby, and I wouldn't begrudge you a bit. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Joel Embiid, baby. I told y'all, everybody was, oh, Cap, Embiid sold him. What did he do? He went out the next game, first half points Embiid, and he smashed it. So just like I said, it doesn't matter who he plays, comment guy. I told you he's matchup proof, and he is matchup proof. He didn't get there against the Heat because it was a fluke. He shot bad, but at 14.5 like he was versus the Knicks, that was a free square. I don't care who you are. The only one that's going to shut down Joel Embiid is Joel Embiid, baby. Nobody's shutting down Joel Embiid except his dirty knees. Okay, that's it. So we got a lot of news in the Sixers game. Embiid, he got re-injured again. Everyone's like, oh, Cap, what do we do? He's injured. What are we going to do? Panic at the disco. And I ain't talking the band. I'm talking in the Madison Square Garden. Joel Embiid, 15.5 points. I think the rule still stands in effect regardless of his injury. If he's that injured, he probably wouldn't play. And yes, he's been sluggish. And yes, he's been playing bad. And I get all that. But I will still have Joel Embiid. One slip now, you freaking comment guy who can't get this through his skull. If I give a play or tell you about something or you take a play, you don't have to put it in 35 slips, brother. You can just put it in one slip max. Or check this out. I know this is going to blow your mind, buddy. It's going to blow your mind, baby. You don't have to play it at all. If you don't like it, don't play it at all. And I'm not going to begrudge you a bit. I'm just telling people what they could and might be able and should be doing. Anything under 16, I take it. Nobody in the NBA can size up to Joel Embiid when he's 100%. Is he 100%? Absolutely not. But if Maxey sits, because right now he wasn't at shoot around, he supposedly has an illness, I'm assuming they're going to give him something so he plays. But if he were to sit out, I like it even more. But I will have it in probably one slip, okay? And then if Maxey is officially out, even if he's not out, I will be having some of this right here. I don't know what, because I want his PRA, but it's not up here. But Kyle Lowry, I want something to do with him. Pause. No, we're talking about basketball. I honestly think I'll just go to his points. Did they take that off the board too? Yes. I got it at 8.5 earlier. Now it's nowhere to be found. PrizePicks is all over the place. They're in the mix. They know what's going on. They know what time it is. The crafty veteran, Kyle Lowry. I can't stand this guy. I couldn't stand him on the Heat. I couldn't stand him in Toronto. And now I can't stand him on the 76ers. But if Maxey's out of the mix, Joel Embiid's limping on the court, somebody's got to do something. So Kyle Lowry might have to be considered. And sure enough, I just checked Sleeper and bang! They got Kyle Lowry at 15.5 points, rebounds, assists on Sleeper because Sleeper is goated, baby. It ain't always PrizePicks, I'm telling you guys, okay? But find Kyle Lowry's PRA at 15.5 and take a shot. His fantasy's a little bit too high. If he doesn't get blocks and steals or a ton of points, you can chalk it out, baby, because you ain't hitting that. So I don't think I'm going there. He's probably good for 1 or 2 steals, actually, so I guess you could go there. I'm not going to tell you what to do, man. I'm going to take his PRA. I'm undecided on Kyle Lowry. I need more news, but I thought I should mention him. I thought I should mention Embiid. I'm not going to go pull up out. You know what? Let me. Now, here's the key to it all. I wasn't going to go look at this, but yeah, he's failed to exceed 8.5 points in 6 of his last games. What do you see here, baby? What do you see? 38 minutes. That's what you see. I don't care who it is. I don't care if the name says comment guy at 8.5 points. If comment guy is on the court for 40 minutes, I might take a shot on him if his line is 8.5 points. You understand what I'm saying? Or 15.5 PRA, because there's just a lot of stuff to do. You're on the court for 38 minutes, bro. You got to do something. 18 points, 4 rebounds for Kyle Lowry. If you want to take a shot, I will leave it at this. He's going to need to play these big minutes again. I don't see why he wouldn't. They want a crafty veteran for the playoffs. That's why he's there. So every playoff game, I tell you guys all the time, an unsung hero steps up, a scrub, if you will. For the Celtics, it was Pritchard and Hauser just draining them. For the Pelicans, it was Murphy and Herb Jones and Jonas Valanciunas. For the Clippers, it was Westbrook and Harden. I mean, there's always one guy that comes out of the woodwork during the playoffs. So that's my take on Kyle Lowry, and I'm just here to give you my take, fam. But I will say this, April has been brutal, and I told everybody in my cord on YouTube, I said April's been brutal. It's been my worst month in 10 months. Units upon units. Taco Tuesdays, I have the receipts. Taco Tuesday in the 404 killed me, but it's fine. I'm climbing out. Yesterday was the first day climbing out of poverty, and I'm telling you right now, those victory showers after a winning night, man, they just hit different, baby. Can you relate? Can you relate? And I will tell you what I did differently yesterday. Yes, I played 5-mans and a 6-man here and there, but I mainly played 2-mans and just 10 to 12 of them, baby. Just 10 to 12 2-mans, just $10 to $20 at a time. Just bang, cash, bang, cash it. A 4-man sprinkled in over here, a 3-man over here, trusting the model, trusting the data, and just printing. I will show you that momentarily. In fact, let me show it to you right now. It's been rough sledding in April, and I know people lose faith in the guys they follow, the content creators, whoever, or whether it's me or somebody else. But yesterday, I hope some of you guys got reminded real quick that we have to trust the process, okay? While half the cord was upset, chalking plays that I didn't even give out on the Miami Heat blowout game, Captain Crush was in the hangout with a few 5 to 6 soldiers cooking 2-mans and cashed them all, baby. Let's go. Now, here we go. I got the wall of green to show you clowns because it's not always going to be bad. And when it hits, I tell you guys, it's Nagasaki. Look at this. This is called perfection. Who's taking under on McCollum and Halliburton in the playoff games, but over on Siakam, under on Dame's free throws, and under on Shai? That's crazy, right? Wrong. It was surgical. And I used my data model to make it happen. Cash me 10x. My only regret is that I didn't put more on it. When everyone thought I was crazy, cash it. Another 4-man cash. Siakam over. Everyone thought Dame was soaring over. Dame Lillard had 35 points and a half, right? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he ghosted second half just like I said he would, Papa. My gut. I told everyone, they were, no, it's Dame time, Cap. You don't understand. It's Dame time. Wrong. 47 is too high. I don't care. 47 under. Cash it with 35 real points. Dame ain't that guy. Brandon Ingram under 37 fantasy score, and my OKC Thunder, Jalen Williams, over 26.5. I even took the bump at 27.5. Cash him. The second half surgery. If Chet made that free throw, would have been 10x. If he just made a normal bucket, but I'll take a double up. I am mad. This was a second half. Gave this out in the cord. Gave this out in the cord the second half. Gave this out in the hangout. We talked about all of these. I did have under on Dame's fantasy, so I did take one where I took his points under. And yeah, he soared over. My own model had him going for 31, but I just went with my gut. Under on his fantasy and under on his points. Under on the fantasy cash. He went nuclear in the first half. It happens. Pat Bev, 4.5 rebounds. Bang! Surgical. Why am I doing a victory lap? Because I know you comment guys. I know you YouTube haters. Even people in my own cord lost faith because April is a bad month. But at the end of the day, when the day is done, trust the process and what day in and day out, and eventually it'll come back and click. That is the nature of the beast here, baby. Another cash. Another cash. Imagine if I would have put my normal unit 50 to 100 on all these slips. I would have made like 5K yesterday. And I wasn't done there. These were cooked in the hangout. Bang. Another one. Bang. Another one. Bang. This was from Saturday. This was from Saturday. And this was from Saturday. And I didn't even get to post all of them. My 4-man banger for 100 that cashed. But I ended the day up like 25 units. A lot of people in the cord got W's if you locked in. Listen, I know people are like, Cap, I can't be in the Discord 24/7. I get all that, guys, but there's nothing I can do about that. I chat with people in there. I tell them my thoughts. Every single day, I post a sheet of NBA players with their projected points, rebounds, assists, steals in the Discord under Captain's Daily News. I just use the same, every play that I take, I use these sheets that I give you guys access to, guys. So if I don't post a slip, or if you're like, oh, you're gatekeep, bro, like yesterday, Siakam was scheduled for 25, projected for 25 points. His line was 22.5. I took over on it. I told people to do that, and it cashed. Easy peasy. Luckily, he soared over. It's not always going to be that easy. But more often than not, the math is going to keep mathing. So just trust the process regardless of how bad your month is. The get back started yesterday. I have about 7 days to get green by the end of the month. Right now I'm still in the red. March was great, mainly green. February green, January green, December was one of my best months ever, green. And April will be no different. I will climb out of this hole that I'm in. Yesterday was the start and today will be no different, and I will slay on Taco Tuesday so long as those tacos cash. So, if you want to get in the mix, I have a special going on right now. To celebrate the return of PrizePicks and Underdog to Florida, you go to CaptainCrush.net, gold package buy now, bang, 1 month, $24.99. But check this out, you D-gens. Promo code Florida for now till the end of the week. All caps now. I just had a problem with you. Got to use all caps Florida. Bang. You get 50% off. Your first month is $12.49. No excuses. You can get in for $12.49. This is new users only. Current users, I will have a different promotion for you. But if you're in Florida and you want to get back in the mix, there you go. You'll get access to my projection sheets, which I just showed you. Those are the key to everything. My live streams 5 days a week and the plays and slips that I do put out and that I do like, as well as the general chat and more, baby. All right, so that's my plug. 50% off, promo code Florida, all caps. You're not going to get better than that. I don't care. And for those of you that are in there, like a guy named Flash, and I'm not hating on you, Flash, but I tell you guys, if you can't invest in your hobby, which means whether you're in my cord or someone else's cord, and you're not using all the resources available to you, don't expect to win or understand what's going on. You have to be locked in. It's just like a sport. If you play basketball or golf, yet you never go to the driving range or the court to practice your shot or your swing, guess what? When it comes game time, you're gonna suck. You're not gonna be locked in. You don't know the principles and fundamentals of what to look for, so it doesn't matter. I'm telling you guys. And for God's sakes, if $25 a month, which is the normal price for me or for anyone else, $50 or whatever, I pay $250 a month for tools. If you're sweating $25 period for anything in life, miss me, you, sir, take a break. Don't gamble. Get your coin, get your paper, come back, then you can start gambling. And I'm not just saying that because if you're joining me or whoever else, you should not be gambling if $25 a month is causing you stress on anything in life, okay? That's just life advice from an old head like me to a young gun like you. Now that's my plug, that's my spiel, that's my Florida boy discount because I'm a hometown hero. And now let's get back to the cook. You D-gens doing God's work around here, spitting the truth, spitting the facts. And I promise you I'm going to be back in that hangout cooking with OG Mudbone. Whoa, what's up, Mudbone? You get a shout out, boy. So we talked about Lowry. We talked about Embiid. What are we going to talk about next? As Cody Rhodes would say, YouTube guys, what do you want to talk about, baby? I'll tell you what we're going to talk about next. The lottery prop segment. The moment you've all been waiting for. Anthony Davis, 2.5 dunks. I just took this prop last time. Bang! He soared 4 dunks against Denver. Can he do it again? Well, I'm going to take a shot on one slip max because I am the dunk king. And after all, I'm not going to anchor it into any of my slips. I'm going to have it in 1 to 2 max just for fun. And I will have a shot on that. And as far as the 3-point attempted, let me talk to you. I would have had the get back on Saturday if I needed one more 3-pointer from Russell or Murray. Murray had 4 by himself, and this man right here, D'Angelo Russell, shot 1 for 9, baby. 1 for 9. You hate to see it. You hate to experience it. I had the combo at 5.5 between Murray and Russell. They needed one more with 8 minutes in the fourth quarter, close game. Can they get it? No, Russell shot 1 for 9. This opened at 7. I'm going right back to it. I locked it in at 7. I told the court it was going to get bumped up to 7.5. It did. I don't mind if you take it at 7.5. I still think he can get 8. I promise you, D-Lo is going to have a big game at some point, I think. You can't go 1 for 9, and I get it, playoff D-Lo and all that, but still, I will take his 3 points attempted regardless. And then I'm pretty sure this opened at 6.5, and they bumped it to 7.5. I'm not going here personally, but I wouldn't mind if you win here, only because I think it opened at 6.5, and now it's at 7.5. Same thing with Brunson. Whoever opened these 3-point lines up did a crazy job, and now they're adjusting. Porter at 7, that's iffy, but the main one I like is Russell, because guess what? He doesn't have to make them, guys, so he can be trash Russell, and we still cash. And you can get it at 7 on Parlay Play right friggin' now, buddy. And with that, I'm going to show you my parlay slip. Look at Captain Crush doing the Lord's work, showing the Parlay Plays. This should be behind the paywall, baby. We got first, LeBron James. This is the discount. Then I took JB. 10.5 rebounds and assists. I took Garland, alt line, 5.5 assists. Russell, look at this. I slid the line down for free to 6.5 3 points attempted, so I get a full point discount. And I talked about Banchero in my opening monologue. 28.5 points, rebounds. I put 15 on it. If it pays, I'm getting 113. You can actually put an extra 5 on it and take this. Promo code CRUSH. Get your deposit match. The link's in the description. Send me the email. 30 free days of cord. Bang. It's that simple. And you don't don't have to tail this direct. You still get the discount. Just take it with Russell if you want. Slide the line and make it a 2-man, get your 2x, and move on with your day, baby. Let's go. I'm doing Lord's work. That's Parlay Play promo code CRUSH. And another Banchero alt line on chalkboard here. I took it at 27.5, and I paired it with Mitch Rob, 6.5 rebounds, which I'm going to talk about next. That is a gamble, I understand, but he played 30 minutes. It seems that he's been saved up for the playoffs with his injury, so I will go here. Bang. I took this on chalkboard. Same thing applies, baby. Promo code CRUSH. You Android users, get in the mix. 30 days of Discord, etc. You know the deal. Code CRUSH. Get your match. Stop being poverty. Stop being tribalistic. You got to shop around. Keep your money in PayPal. Deposit across all the sites. They have a couple of promos on chalkboard right now as well. Even Underdog has a free square, baby. And I got slips on all of them. Or lineups, as they like me to say. I got lineups on all of them. So, Mitch Rob was at 7.5 rebounds earlier. As you can see, he's now at 8 because PrizePicks moved him up. Now, let's go to Outlier real quick and look into Mr. Robinson. But Cap, Embiid's there, Cap. Josh Hart's there, Cap. I don't care. The man's a big body. He's just a big body. Check this out. Oh, I don't want over 11.5 points. I'm looking at rebounds. Outlier, come on. All right, he had 12. Check this out. 16 rebound chances. In that game just now, he had 19 rebound chances, and he only has to get 7. So he can get less than 50% of all the chances he had. Now, that's a ton of chances, but still, look. Overall, they're 22nd in rebounds allowed versus centers. They're 10th. I get that. That's because of a man named Joel Embiid, but still, on average, 12 rebound chances. He only needs to get a little over 60%. I took the alt line at 6.5. I didn't take it at 7.5 or 8. I showed you the alt line on chalkboard. This is why I took it. I'm gambling, but that's the name of the game, baby. They're not anchors. They're just getting the value while I can. So, if you still have the free square, this is what Captain Crush is going to do right here, okay? I still have my free square, by the way. I've been saving it because I'm not a DJ. The Gabi for LeBron is finally back to 19.5. Now, I'm going to be the first to admit the GOAT sold everybody yesterday or Saturday, whatever it was. He sold us all. He was on pace to go for 60 fantasy score. Captain Crush had his fantasy. He would have cashed his fantasy, but he had 7, 8, 9, 10. How many turnovers for the GOAT? I don't know, 100, but at least 7. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going right back to him because playoff GOAT is different, and that's a fact. Everybody can say playoff Jimmy, playoff Tatum, playoff this, playoff that. Playoff GOAT is different. One bad game for the GOAT. I ain't ready to hop off that train. I ain't hopping off LeBron James just because of one bad game, and I will not pause, and I will not begrudge you. So 19.5 points, I will take my shot at 1.9x, okay? I will do this. If he sells, well, by God, he sells. And if you don't want, Cap, I don't want to double up. I want more. I'm greedy because I need to get rich overnight. Well, then do whatever you want to do, but this is what I'm doing. Taylor fade, that's up to you. And there's a bunch of other gobbies for Earth Day that I like. They're posted in the Dub Club. Check it out. But while we're on the topic of the GOAT, man, I think tonight, listen, if they go down 0-2, it's over. They know it. He knows it. Everybody knows it. I just took this at 16. Now it's at 15.5. Hear me carefully. LeBron was setting everybody up, but no one was making their shots, baby. He was setting up Russell. If Russell would have made like 2 or 3 more, he cashes this. We're getting it at 15.5. It was at 16 the other day. He got 14. He should have soared over. The players didn't make their shots. I'm going right back to the well. I do not care. I'm taking it. And if you can get his RA even lower, his assists and rebounds lower on alternate lines, you should be taking that as well. Whenever you're going to get LeBron James playing 40 minutes, you got to target him. I don't care what you do, but check this out, okay? 18 potential assists in that game. I said, let me say it again, 18 potential assists in that Denver game. His teammates sold. That ain't on LeBron. Now let's go to rebound chances, okay? He only had 11 rebound chances in that game. But 11 plus 18, guess what? It's 29. The line is 16. I think I'ma take it, and I think it gonna be hitting. Eventually, all he had to do was get his teammates not to sell, make the shot, and he would have hit. So if you just want to go to the GOAT's assists, if you can find it at 7.5, my God in heaven, that's crispy. But it's at 8.5 everywhere that I've seen it. But you might just have to take an alternate line. On average, he's getting 15 potential assists, but like I said, 40-minute LeBron is a little bit different. Look at this. on 520 last year. Same situation, 22 potential assists. He dishes in these scenarios against team. So either one of those is fine if you just want to take straight assist. Even another one that I like for the GOAT is his points assist, baby. Those potential assists are just insane, man. They're just insane. And then 16 field goal attempts, not too shabby either. So either way, I think you got to target LeBron. Remember, you have to have a short memory when you're doing this stuff. I know he just sold everybody, but it is what it is. They're just like Brunson Hook, his points for a lot of people the other day. Stuff happens, y'all. You got to have a short memory. Now, the last person that I'm going to talk about, I think, is Jamal Murray, and this is the same situation, same game. 18 potential assists in that game versus the Lakers. 18, Papa. That's insane, okay? 14 rebound chances in that game. So if you take 18 plus 14, you get 32, and his line is 11.5 rebounds plus assists. You got to get in the mix. He didn't play as many minutes as I thought he would, which is kind of crazy. He played 39. Excuse me, I should have said he played way more minutes than I thought he would. I thought he would play around 30, which is crazy. He played 39, so that injury, I guess, is fine. On average, he's getting 11 potential assists and 8 rebounds. But again, more minutes, more chances, higher stakes. It is what it is. So you can take a shot. Again, I got this at 10.5. I found it on a alternate line on chalkboard, I believe, or parlay play. I can't remember. But even on PrizePicks, I will take a shot at 11.5 R plus A because 32 potential rebounds and assists versus Denver. That's hitting, okay? I like my chances. I don't care about the last 5. All right, I'm going to take a shot on it. It's not the play of the day or anything. The play of the day I had already got bumped. But the fact is, Jamal Murray's rebounds plus assist, I like the thumbnail. He looked crispy. So I think I'm telling you guys to take a shot, and his Gabby at 5.5 assists is in the mix as well. Even his fantasy score, if he's going to play 39 to 40 minutes again, my Lord, his fantasy score too. All of it's in the mix, fella. I took his PRA at 35 flat, and that was the play of the day. Now it's at 36.5. A double bump. You hate to see it. Not double bubble, but a double bump. And he was going to be the last one that I was going to talk about. I'm going to save the rest for live stream. But wait, I'm going to talk about one more person. I'm saving the role player poverty tickets for the live stream. But I have to talk about Darius Garland's over 6.5 assists. He only had 11 potential assists in the game before, so that does kind of scare me when we're taking guys like LeBron and Jamal who have 18. But even then, that game, Denver and Lakers is way faster pace. So 11 for how the pace of play went for the Magic and Cavs game. It makes sense, but you can see the matchup is terrible, and he still was able to get 7 assists. With Donnie back in the mix, Garland is going to be facilitating more. I think his points plus assists are in the mix, but 6.5 assists, I did take a shot on it. His R plus A as well, and his Gabi at 5.5 assists. My goodness, the alternate line at 5.5 assists. I got that everywhere. And if there was ever a time for him to sell, it would probably be now. Like I said, PrizePicks has this at 7 right now, so you're going to have to shop around, but you can get it at 6.5 on ParlayPlay, Chalkboard, Sleeper, Underdog, everywhere except PrizePicks, because PrizePicks is always ahead of the game, baby. But I do like it, and I do have exposure to it. Now, for as far as slip building, I told you, free square with the Goblin for LeBron James. I'm going to put together a YouTube slip, a 5-man option, but you should always be taking any 5-man that you see, break it down into your favorite 2. That is the key, especially if you're down units. The only way you're going to climb out is by those small wins, get momentum, get your confidence back, because just like golf, folks, this is a mental game. Even for me, someone who does this every single day and does it for hundreds of people, a bad streak affects me mentally, and it helps. And then you start to question your process. My fiance said to me the other day, she's like, why don't you just do the opposite of everything that you would originally do and just try that? And then it's like, for laughs, I did that the next day and it all blew up in my face, because it's never that easy. There's no just, well, if you're not doing this, do the opposite. And no, that's just not how it is. Make the right play day in, day out. God bless her heart. And eventually the math will math, folks. The math always maths. That's why plus EV at 54% or higher, your edges are small. A bunch of micro edges will give you one big edge. Pause. No, we're talking about math. We're good here. Keep it a buck. But Just get some small dubs. A dub is a dub. If you got to go take alternate lines, two mans, get your confidence up, get your love for it back. I'm telling you, a couple L's, 10, 15 days of straight L's, you're going to start to hate this. You're going to start to be like, oh, I'm done with it. Why am I doing it? You forget it. But all it takes is one Hiroshima, one Nagasaki day, and you will remember why you fell in love with it all, which is why I tell you guys, bankroll management, trust the process, never give up, John Cena style. Make sure you're listening to the right people, not people that are just trying to engagement farm on Twitter, writing paragraphs that don't make any sense. Make sure you're talking to people who are proven, who know what they're talking about, okay? You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree with me on everything or anything at all, but you know that I know my stuff because I watch these games every single day. I put the projection sheets together every single day. This is my life. Some of you guys, you do whatever. Collecting things is your life. Basketball, playing basketball may be your life, but doing this is my life. So I tell you, I know what I'm talking about. Whether you agree with my take or not, that's fine. But at the end of the day, at least you know that I'm doing my best here and I'm not just fluffing you to try to get engagement, likes, or sell or scam you, okay? And I believe that that is why the people that have stuck with me as long as they have, because they can see that. Win, lose, or draw, baby. I keep it a buck. Now, this video is probably going to be mega long, but it's coming out early, so it is what it is. I don't feel bad. So, if I was going to put together a PrizePicks ticket, let me see. Oh, and don't forget about Jared Allen double-double. They had that over somewhere. I can't remember where, but I think it was Chalkboard. Yeah, Chalkboard had Jared Allen's double-double, and that is a great proposition. If you want to get it, remember, Chalkboard code CRUSH. Yada yada. You guys know the deal. All the links are in the description. Don't be poverty. Yes, sir. So, if I was going to make a slip for the YouTube faithful, it would look something like this. And before I close, do not be afraid to take unders in the playoffs. I took unders on the studs. Every game, there was at least one stud that I took unders on, and it hit. It's not a guarantee that everyone's going to go off just because they're in the playoffs. Yes, they're playing big minutes, but their lines are heavily inflated because of that, y'all. So do not be afraid to take unders on stud players just because it's the playoffs if you have a solid read, okay? Don't take under on a guy like Maxey who's going to shoot 30 plus times in the game, or Brunson. I would just fade if you want to take under there, but that's my thing there, papa. So if I was going to build a slip, if Maxey is ruled out and Embiid's not 100%, either Kelly, Tobias, or Kyle Lowry. Remember, I like Kyle Lowry's PRA, but Kelly has block and steal equity. That is where most of his value is with his fantasy score. So either one of these two, possibly Tobias if Maxey's out, I would say. But for argument's sake, let's just say Kyle Lowry. I can't even. I'm not even going to do that. I just told you guys it's not going to go in this slip that I'm making, but you guys know what to do there. So we got LeBron. Since they bumped up Russell's 3-point attempts, 29.5 fantasy score just seems too low. He had a terrible game, and he's in a prime spot to bounce back. So I think, especially with everyone on Austin Reeves' PRA, which isn't a bad play, by the way, but D'Angelo Russell, I would take a shot on that, unless you can get the 3-point attempts on parlayplay. This right here for Austin Reeves, 23.5 PRA is not bad either. I wouldn't put these two both in a slip. I would choose one or the other here, especially since LeBron's there. And we got Jamal Murray, 11.5 RA. I gave you the research mid-video. Man, they bumped Garland up to 10 RA. I got this at 9.5 earlier. That sucks. So I'm not going to tell you to take that bump, but I would definitely take that over on another site where you can get it. You can take the Gabi here at 5.5. They have Banchero bumped up too high, so I don't want to mess with that unless you wanted to take his Gabi at 17.5. That's fine. I showed you where to get the better lines. Chalkboard and sleeper and parlay play. Robinson's Gabi at 5.5 would be fine, but I'm not going to put that in the slip. Oh, Joker at 28 points. I forgot about that. I had him over at 27.5 last game. That is 100% in the mix. The reason I didn't cover Jokic that much is because I have his free square today, but 28 points is solid. I had him under 13 rebounds the other day and 13.5. He cashed just like I said he would. Cash that. I was surgical with that game, guys. Honestly, the only miss that I had was Russell's and Murray's 3-point attempts, but I had David and LeBron was a fluke. And just like that, in real time, Russell got bumped to 30.5. I told you guys it was too low. So now we can take him out and just go back. If we're going to take a bump, I would literally just take the 3-point attempted, I guess. You know what? I'm just going to leave him out. But yeah, that's that. I'm not going to go here and make a full slip. I'm going to save that for the live stream because I don't want to sit here and be going through here. I'm going to leave that for you guys. Remember, I like to correlate my slips. I don't like to force action, and I won't let PrizePicks manipulate me into what I want to play. But I think this is the best two-man for a double up. It's 1.9x. It's not a true double up, but that's pretty much 19.5, 1.9x, okay? So that's that. Remember, CaptainCrush.net. I will have a live stream today at 5:30 Central. I'm doing the 50% off for new users. Promo code Florida, all caps, $12.49 for your first month. Come check it out. You'll get access to the projection sheets every single day, which are surgical, and my general chat and my role members, etc. Guys, I bid you adieu. I hope you have a crush day. I hope you have a ton of fun tonight. Remember, enjoy it. NBA is going to be here and be gone before you know it, and we will transition into MLB. I appreciate you guys, the real ones who tune in every day, win, lose, or draw. Smash the like, leave a comment. Here's the salute. Get in the mix. If you're a Florida boy, it's time to get back in the mix. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.